Let's go. Yo, I'm like an addict, do I gotta have it. I ain't even playing, got a really bad habit. If it moves, gotta grab it, fuse like a magnet. Lose, won't have it till I'm doomed in a casket. I ain't playing, got a weird mind. If you work 8 hours, I'ma work 9. If tastes sour, you should taste mine. I'ma stay in power for a long time.
Ryan Garcia is a star, a phenom turned celebrity with 9 million Instagram followers, big brand endorsements, and limitless potential. But despite his young age, he understands the rub of being a boxer. Though built from hundreds of fights, both the literal and figurative kinds, one can end up being defined by a single night. With that knowledge, Garcia isn't going to leave anything to chance.
We got a long way to go. This is just the beginning. Everything gotta be tough. Bring it on. Let's go, baby. He's never seen determination like this in his life. He can't fathom how to get like this. He don't have this mentality like me. It's all laughter at the press conference, but when it comes to the hard work, that's why I'm here.
I gotta outwork this, man. I gotta be ready. You trust in the truth. That's why I learned around this whole journey. It's like, you trust the truth, trust your work, and trust in yourself, and you'll be okay.
1 week out, and the energy around Ryan Garcia doesn't feel loud anymore. It feels contained, and that's the part that should make people nervous.
We're just a young link, but you know how we go. You know how we still win no matter what.
Even in downtime, the camp doesn't stray too far from competition, in any form.
So boxing and smash throws, how do the two skills...
They correlate, probably the exact same. Reaction, timing, speed, predicting the guy's moves, momentum, the different moves you have to do. It's a lot of it.
Do you play smash more in camp?
100%.
Besides boxing,
yeah.
What else do you do with your time besides smash?
Basketball.
But it's mostly smash.
I'm like, nothing.
Alright, Lupe. That's 3.
You get it?
I got that.
Triple record. Shut up. There you go.
Woo!
Ah! Stop playing with the boy!
In boxing, more than most sports, feelings can be mislabeled as weakness. Garcia knows better because he understands the power that can be culled from facing and reconciling an unseen opponent.
Not the flashy mitt work, not the speed clips, not the social media moments, the eyes. Quiet eyes, focused eyes. Like every punch in camp has a purpose instead of a performance.
Is that right?
Today's our cardio day, baby. So stuff that we're doing today is not traditional, right? We're gonna be moving fast. We got 10 rounds, we got 30 seconds, simulating a 3-minute round with a minute break in between. Y'all better stop playing and get ready. All right, so here we go. Our first workout on this 10 rounds. What we're gonna do is we're gonna get down low, we're gonna explode, right? Which is gonna work that serratus muscle. So when Ryan takes his shot, everything is coming through here. And it's also known as the big boxer muscle. There it is. That's what we do. Damn, only halfway. You already did 100 of them. There you go. Come on.
This isn't the overactive Ryan bouncing between emotions and headlines. This looks like a fighter who has mentally shrunk his world down to one opponent in one night. And that shift alone changes the entire danger level. When a naturally explosive fighter becomes calm instead of chaotic, that's not regression, that's control.
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling focused. I'm feeling electric. I'm feeling that this is my moment in life. This is the time to give everything I got. As the fight gets closer, I get more confident because the illusion starts disappearing and I can see what I have to do. And I just gain more and more confidence and more drive every day. And I get more hungry every day. And my focus builds up every day, so the closer to the fight, you're gonna see even more ferociousness. He hasn't had a reach this deep. He's not ready for me at all.
Go, baby, drive, get, baby. Good work. Woo. I'm 215 pounds. You pulling me like, Once he gets in that mode, it's over. Look good. I got numerous NFL guys, MLB guys, and he has a mindset far and beyond all of them kids, which is crazy. Go. He's gonna be as fast as he can be, as strong as he can be. We're gonna get the knockout. Go.
10 more. 10 more.
10 more.
Ready, go. There you go.
You want I'm tired, 10 more. 10 more. Until I've done 1 million.
Mess with the wrong Instagram fighter.
And after I beat him, 10 more. That's my mentality right now.
And controlled speed is scarier than wild speed every single time. You can see it in the way he throws now. No extra movement, no wasted energy, just sharp, deliberate shots like he's rehearsing consequences, not highlights. It almost feels uncomfortable how serious he looks, like the entertainment layer got switched off and the competitor took over the controls. That version walks into fight night fully composed, fully locked in, fully present, then this stops being about hype and starts being about execution. And a disciplined, emotionally still Ryan, that's a completely different puzzle than the version people think they've already figured out.
In a sport defined by individuality, Mario Barrios cuts a particularly distinct figure with a style that defies easy classification. Eclectic in taste, singular in nature, and always his own man.
Got real deeply in touch with my native roots a couple years ago. I just wanted something, that at the end of the day represented me, represented everything, that I stood for.
And that's exactly where the story quietly tilts, because while everyone is staring at a calmer Ryan, Mario Barrios is over there sharpening something far less visible, but potentially far more dangerous: structure. 1 week out, and with Joe Goossen in his corner, this suddenly isn't just a champion preparing for a defense. It's a calculated countermeasure being built for a very specific opponent.
All of my tattoos, most of them are Aztec-based. First one I got was Ocelo, and Heka, Malanali, Quetzalcoatl, Tecpat. Got this right here on my forearm. Mictlantecuhtli, my neck with short sleeve, the Aztec symbol for the flower. This is stuff that, we didn't get to learn, in the history books in school, but, it's, at the end of the day, it's our history.
Goossen isn't walking in blind. He has lived inside the Ryan Garcia system before, seen the rhythms, the habits, the emotional spikes, the moments where speed turns into overcommitment. That kind of insight doesn't guarantee victory, but it absolutely sharpens the game plan. Barrios by himself. Tough, durable, steady, the kind of fighter who survives storms.
Here we go.
For this count, they're 11th together. Virgil Hunter continues to emphasize discipline, to complement his fighter's intrinsic passion.
Get the defense out, you gotta remember. Move ahead.
It's a balance the Hall of Fame trainer understands well, from his days working in the probation department of Alameda County.
30 years in the probation department. I've worked with the roughest, toughest gang members and criminals that you can imagine.
We'll get the follow through there right here.
Transferring that over to boxing, I think it gave me a lot of advantages. To understand pretty much everything about a young man. You have to go with what you hear and what you see. So that's pretty simple.
Barrios with a coach who understands the storm's pattern? Now you're talking about a guided missile, not just a pressure fighter. People keep calling him average, but average fighters don't hang in with elite names and keep coming forward like the clock owes them something. And if Goossen is rebuilding his aggression while targeting Ryan's historical breakpoints, then this becomes less about flash and more about disruption. Upsets don't always come from superior talent. Sometimes they come from superior preparation, meeting the exact right vulnerability at the exact wrong moment.
if there is some stuff, that I'm being stubborn about when I'm in the ring, he knows exactly how to get through to me. And that's when I work my best.
One mistake. And then we on the short end of this. You gotta narrow those mistake margins in. Don't let him get it. You don't create the opportunity for him. Force him to create it for himself if he don't get it. So you gotta watch him every night and you see what he does and that stays in your mind. It's bad. I can tell you watching it. Go ahead, son.
And that whole upset potential with structure conversation suddenly gets a lot heavier when Antonio Tarver jumps in, because he's not speaking like a fan. He's speaking like a man measuring career ceilings in real time. When Tarver calls this the perfect fight for Ryan, I instantly hear the subtext: not easy fight, not guaranteed win, but perfect opportunity. Big difference. He's basically saying the belt is there, the matchup is there, the moment is there, now the execution has to show up.
Hey, you know what? I think it's a perfect fight for Ryan. I think when you look at the guys that hold the championships, you can look, I believe he has a chance to win this, bro, and become a world champion for the first time in his career. I think it's the perfect opponent when you look at all the other champions. If he can't win this fight, I think it'd be hard-pressed for him to win a title.
Then he doubles down with that cold reality check, saying if Ryan can't beat Barrios, it becomes very hard to imagine him beating any of the other champions. And that's not hate, that's a litmus test. A harsh one, a necessary one. I also caught how Tarver labels Barrios as solid but not devastating, good but not spectacular. And that's a dangerous narrative because it quietly shifts all the pressure onto Ryan's shoulders. Like he's saying, you've got the speed, the power, the youth, so what's the excuse if you don't deliver? That's psychological pressure disguised as analysis.
Because I just believe when you look at the power of Barrios, it's not really devastating. When you look at his boxing ability, he's a good fighter, but nothing really sticks out as great. I just think he's a solid fighter, but I just don't think he's the best champion.
But he doesn't dismiss Barrios either. He keeps repeating the heart, the toughness, the refusal to lay down, and that part matters more than people think. Then when Tarver talks about focus, real focus, gym focus, maturity, catching up to talent, I'm nodding because that connects directly to Ryan's entire storyline. He even hints that things came too fast for Ryan early, and now evolution is the real opponent, not just Barrios. And that line about lessons, self-evaluation, and work ethic being forged in the gym, that's not commentary, that's a warning. Because Tarver isn't questioning Ryan's talent. He's questioning whether the disciplined version of Ryan shows up when it matters most, and if it does, the future opens wide. If it doesn't, the narrative tightens instantly.
But if he can pull this off, I think that rights a lot of wrong in Ryan Garcia's career, man. He holds a belt, an established belt, and he can, the sky's the limit with a Ryan Garcia holding a belt in boxing, a real legitimate, recognizable belt. It just puts him up there with the stars, bro. For real, for real.
And that discipline decides the future warning Tarver was hinting at suddenly feels less theoretical and more literal when you hear Ryan sit there calmly admitting, yeah, I was drinking, partying, full of toxins. Because that's not the usual fighter spin. That's a raw self-audit on camera. I'm listening and thinking, hold on, this is the same guy people called unfocused, and now he's openly saying he knew the Rolly fight was the wrong decision. Every single day in camp, he felt off, his body shutting down, instincts screaming, no. That's a level of self-awareness we didn't hear from the old chaotic Ryan. When he says he felt like a retired fighter inside the ring, that line hits harder than any trash talk because that's a competitor describing disconnection from his own tools. Then he flips the energy and calls the loss a humbling lesson, and suddenly Tarver's maturity and evolution point echoes in the background like an accidental prophecy. But what really grabs me is when Ryan says this camp is a full 360, no alcohol, no inflammation, real athlete mode.
I mean, the circumstances are much different, after that year of suspension, it was much different circumstances. I was coming off of suspension, and during that suspension, I was drinking and partying and doing whatever I want for all the way through until they told me that I had to fight. My instincts told me not to. My body wasn't well, it had a lot of toxins in it, as you could imagine. A lot of stupid that I did.
And you can actually see the mental shift matching the physical rebuild we've been talking about. He's not even emotionally locked onto Barrios. He literally says he just sees an opponent to beat, which is cold in a different way. No drama, just task execution. Then the confidence spikes again with that round 8 prediction. And I can't lie, that's classic Ryan bravado sliding back into the room, but now it's sitting next to accountability instead of chaos. And when he admits people are sleeping on him, and he prefers that underdog energy, it connects perfectly with his career pattern. The moment expectations drop, his performances tend to sharpen. Still, the most revealing part isn't the callouts to Haney or Shakur. It's the timeline he gives about rebuilding himself from July, falling back in love with the gym culture, getting tighter, stronger, clearer mentally. That's not hype language, that's process language. So now the tension gets interesting. Tarver questioned discipline. Ryan is publicly claiming discipline reborn, and Fight Night becomes the lie detector.
What are you visualizing with Barrios?
Oh, that's gonna be a great fight.
But you don't have any bad blood with Barrios. He's like a nice guy, right?
No, I mean, I don't even really, I don't see Barrios. I just see an opponent that I need to beat. So it's not really about Barrios. Barrios, great, probably great human, great person, but I don't see him as like right there as him. I just see an opponent, and that's it.
So when you zoom out from all of this, the quiet eyes, the rebuilt body, the Tarver warning about discipline, the Goossen chess angle in Barrios' camp, and Ryan openly admitting he had to humble himself after living reckless and feeling like a retired fighter in the ring, this stops looking like a normal title fight and starts feeling like a career checkpoint under bright lights. 1 week out, the narrative isn't noise anymore, it's alignment versus resistance. Ryan is selling transformation. Calmer energy, cleaner habits, sharper intent, tunnel vision focus. Barrios is embodying structure, steady champion mindset, calculated pressure, and a coach who understands the blueprint of the opponent standing across from him. That clash is psychological before it's physical. Tarver basically framed this as the litmus test, and he's right in a cold way. If the disciplined version of Ryan that he's describing is real, not promotional, then his speed, youth, and explosiveness suddenly become organized weapons instead of chaotic flashes. But if even a fraction of the old inconsistency creeps in under pressure, Barrios' durability, patience, and game plan built around discomfort could drag this fight into dangerous territory fast. This is redemption focus versus champion composure, maturity versus structure, talent under control versus toughness under fire, and honestly, that's why the volatility feels so high heading into Fight Night. Now, I want to hear from you. Is this the fully locked-in, disciplined Ryan that finally captures a world title? Or is Barrios and the Goossen game plan the exact kind of structure that can disrupt the comeback narrative? Drop your thoughts in the comments, let's really debate this. And yo, don't ever forget to like, share, and subscribe to Boxing Headquarters. See you in the next one.